This is the site of our new pole barn. It's going to be 20 foot wide by 36 foot long, and this land slopes away. So a couple weeks ago, in a video that we've already done or already posted and published, we brought about 10 loads of fill dirt from our pond that we had stashed over there. So that's sitting here now, but we probably need at least 10 more. What I'm going to do is grab the Summit TX25. I've swapped the grapple out for the bucket and just kind of knock these piles down and get a level out here and just see where we're at. Because I added a lot of dirt here, but I think we need a lot more. After basically a 2-year drought, we're getting tons of rain this winter. And I found that this fill dirt, this clay, was just really hard to spread. But I got it knocked down, and I can see that I probably need a little bit more there. It's just not dry enough where it crumbles and spreads real nice. So we've already hooked to the trailer. We're going to get some more loads of dirt and fill this in and then let it dry, and we'll come back another day and grade it. And that's Deb wondering why we haven't eaten lunch yet. She's laughing at me. She said, before we start hauling dirt, should we eat lunch? I get out here and I just get involved in what I'm doing. I just forget to eat sometimes. And she needs to eat.
So what he's doing is he's grabbing dirt from what we set up as a shooting berm a couple years ago, and we haven't really used it. So it's easier to take this berm down than to go to the other side of the property and get fill dirt from there. He's got probably 3 or so bucketfuls in there, and then I guess I'm going to test my skills to dump.
This dirt's a little wetter than I wanted it to be, and it is kind of the same dirt that we've already used as pond dirt, but I think this side of the pile is more topsoily, it's more darker and richer, and more of the clay is in there. But I got the Summit trailer pretty full. It's squatting a bit there because that dirt is wet, but I got it as full as I can get it, and now Deb is going to drive it over and dump it. We were going to use the Summit with the bucket on the front to fill the trailer and then hook back up to the trailer and take it, but as usual, we're running out of time already today, so in the interest of efficiency, we're going to use the Kubota bucket to fill the trailer, and that way we don't have to keep hooking up and unhooking the Summit trailer. Deb loves it when I give her the airplane guidance. You dump it right there. Dump it right there. This is that low area I was talking about earlier. Probably put a couple loads here. This has a lot of sticks and stuff in it. We're gonna have to rake it. This, the tire's flat. You actually have to hold the lever for the dump bed to go down.
So the other side of this mound is where we're getting the dirt. And you're thinking, why do you have a big mound of dirt? Well, as you can see from here, we set it up to do some target practicing and just some fun, and we didn't do target practice or have fun with it, so now it's become our reserve dirt pile. Bella has been fascinated by our big mound of dirt. As you saw earlier, she's like a little mountain goat climbing it. Lots of critter smells in there, I'm sure.
I had to pop over next door to the neighbor and get some air for the tires on the trailer. They were a little low. Even though the Kubota is one frame size bigger than the Summit, they lift about the same amount of pounds, 1,100 pounds. And going into that pile and getting the bucket full, you could see the hydraulics could barely lift the full bucket. And if each bucket is around 1,000 pounds, we're definitely testing the capacity of this dump trailer.
Next load. Still a little, it's wet as he said, but as long as we get it in place, apparently I'm supposed to go. Goodbye.
I thought we were out of commission with that trailer tire being low because we don't have our tools out here on the farm yet. And we brought Deb's car instead of my truck, and my truck has a portable air compressor, but her Toyota Highlander doesn't have that. Deb doesn't carry around tools. I put the GoPro on the loader arm, and she said, I don't want that thing capturing me while I'm driving. If you're gonna play the YouTube game, you gotta play it all the time, right? So don't let her fool you. She's always asking me for directions. She'll say I give a lot of directions, but she's asking for them. This dirt is not as much clay in it as I would like, but it'll be fine because eventually the pole barn floor will be gravel. I think you can make it through there. I said, pull forward and back up. And she just laughed. She hates backing up. This will be worth the price of the ticket you paid for this movie right here. I like making fun of her, but that thing is not easy to back up. I jackknife it a lot too. I grew up on a farm and I just look over my shoulder and I just do it instinctively, or however you want to say it. That's the way I do it. I can't do all these methods of looking in the mirror and holding the bottom of the steering wheel. I just look over my shoulder and my arm knows which way to push the steering wheel, to push the trailer left or right. How do you guys do it? You look in the mirror, you look over your shoulder. Ford has that little button that helps you back up. Summit don't have that button. We might have to fast forward this part. The good thing is she's laughing at herself. She said no matter which way she goes, it goes the wrong way. You're good. Come on. She's getting it. All right, dump it. That's got some clay material in it. You can see where it's clumpy, but it's definitely a different color. All right, we're off to get another load. We opened up the video talking about the tornadoes, and this area didn't get hit bad at all, but they lost power for 2 days, almost 2 full days, maybe even a little bit more than 2 days. My stubborn parents wouldn't go to my sister's house. They decided to stay here on the property and hope that the power came on quickly, but it didn't.
I still have a long way to go on backing up a trailer. A friend and a coworker of mine, Chris Campbell, caught me in the hallway at work yesterday and said, hey, how's it going? And the green tractor, and watch your videos, and thank you very much for that, Chris. And I said, well, it's going good. I said, except that trailer. I have a hard time backing the trailer. And Chris said, instead of putting your hands up here, put your hand down here on the wheel, and then whichever way you move the steering wheel, that's the way the trailer will go. So I wouldn't have to think backwards. Chris, I'm not saying that's not a good method. I'm not saying it doesn't work for probably most of the population, but for me, it did not work. But I think I know what I've been doing wrong. So this whole time, Brad's been saying small increments, just small movements. So I'm moving it a little, and no matter what I do, I'm like, it's moving the same direction. And then I had a light bulb moment that said, well, Deb, perhaps you need to move it more. My definition of small movements and his definition of small movements are obviously not the same. So when I did big movements, lots more movement than I thought, because I had nothing to lose because the trailer was not going where I wanted it to go, I actually kind of sort of got it to go where I wanted it to go. So every time I use it, I'll figure something else out, and maybe one day I won't even have to think about it. We'll see. So look, I just yapped for a couple minutes and Brad's already well on his way of having the trailer filled up again. Not sure how many more loads we're going to need, but there is a big discrepancy on the levelness of that pad back there, so probably more, lots more.
All right, I've done the last couple loads off camera. I'm just gonna sit back and watch. She's jackknifing it. She's getting frustrated. You just gotta be calm and go slow. She should have pulled forward a little bit more. She's already started off crooked right there. She's getting it. Came around. Came around. She got it. What's up, babe? She don't want to look at the camera. You almost got it. You're doing it. You almost got it. She's got to put it right there. She's almost there. That's good enough. Dump it. Just dump it. She said that was a mercy dump. It's close enough. I mean, I got to move it with a tractor bucket anyway.
About the time I think I get it, I don't get it. He gave me a mercy dump. I really think that's what he kind of gave me.
I would say it's only like 2 feet off, and it's really not worth even worrying about.
I'm disappointed in myself though, but it's there.
Do better, Deb. Do better. Number 3 or number 4 or number 5? I don't know. Number 6 or 7? She's cutting it the right way, but I think she's not like giving it a chance to correct, and then she tries the other way, and then it just confuses her.
We've got 12 loads. I'm telling you, the dump trailer is so very handy. I might be awkward with it, but I do recognize how handy it is. Or maybe 4 more today, maybe 6, and then he can smooth this out, and hopefully we have an equipment shed / pole barn soon. I would like to point out how pretty the Summit tractor looks with my pink jacket hanging over the seat. I think the pink might complement the green. Brad's looking pretty good in pink. Okay, so this is how a trailer is supposed to be backed up. You've been backing trailers up your entire life. It's second nature. It's not even 20th nature for me.
We moved 18 loads of dirt today, and I think the last time when we moved them from the pond, that was 10 loads of dirt. So 28 to 30 loads of dirt, and I think we have enough here. What we're gonna do next, but not in this video, is we're gonna knock all that down and take the tiller and kind of till it all up so it'll pack real good and go back and forth over it with the tractor and then maybe the excavator. But that's gonna do it for today's video. If you're interested in learning more about the Summit Tractor, check out summittractors.com. And if you're interested about learning more about us in Piney Grove, check out these 2 videos here. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Take care.